Hello. In business, communication is everything. But it's not only what you say or what you have said. It's also about how accurately you can report someone else's words, what some other people have said. Whether you are updating your team on a negotiation progress or reporting customers' feedback, you use reported speech. If you report someone else's words, we usually take one step back in time. Today I want to give you 3 bullets. And if you stay here for just a few minutes, thanks to these 3 bullets, you're going to be able to use reported speech much easier. And you're going to find reporting someone else's words much easier, and you're going to be able to do it much more accurately. So stay with me here. Welcome to English Bullet, the channel where we fire up your day with practical English and powerful motivation for your business and life. Having used English in business for over 20 years, I'm here to share what I've learned. Let's get started. So the first bullet is the backshift rule. When you are reporting someone else's words that were said yesterday and you reported it today, the presence of yesterday have already become a past when you look at it from today's perspective. So you have to take one step back in time, as we said before. So present simple becomes past simple. For instance, if somebody told you yesterday, I study for the exam, today you're gonna say, he said he studied for the exam. If someone yesterday used the words in present continuous saying, I'm reading a book, today you're gonna say about yesterday, which has already become a past, he said he was reading a book because he was doing it yesterday. We're talking about yesterday. Or if someone yesterday told you, I will help you, and you say today, he told me that he would help me. He will turns into would. So from today's perspective, what was said yesterday and you are reporting now is already in the past. Okay, and the second bullet, the pronoun trap. You have to ask yourself, who is speaking and who are they speaking to? Let's imagine a situation. You met Mary, let's call her, a friend yesterday. And she told you, oh, I love my car. And it was yesterday. And today you meet John, or it was a week ago. It doesn't matter, it was in the past. And today you meet John and you tell him about the situation. And you said, Mary told me she loved my car. But is it correct? If you think for a second, what was she talking about? Was she talking about her car or mine? She was talking about her car. So in order to be precise and correct here, I should say, Mary told me she loved her car because it's her car. So you have to be careful that the pronouns change. I goes often into he or she, and my goes into his and her. So if you have a task to transform the direct speech into the reported speech, good idea is to highlight the pronouns in the original version in direct speech and to think for a second, consider in what kind of pronouns those gonna turn. So be aware of the small parts of the sentence, the pronouns, but those are very important to accurately report what was really said. And the third bullet, which concerns the time and place shifts. So imagine if you today report the words from the past, the adverbials of time have to change. For instance, if today you report some words from the past, as somebody used the word yesterday, today you're gonna report it as the day before. because it was not yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday in the past, but now you say it was the day before we met. When there is this adverbial of time today, it turns into that day, because it's not today. It was today in the past. Now it's the other day. So it was that day. If the adverbial of time is tomorrow, it turns into the following day. And then if you have the adverbial of place, which was here, it turns into there. For instance, if you tell someone that somebody told you yesterday, you met someone yesterday or a week ago, and he tells you, I saw him yesterday, and today you report that situation from the past, you say, he told me he had seen him the day before. So not only past simple turns into past perfect, that we have this shift back in time, so I saw turns into had seen, but also this adverbial of time, which was yesterday at the time of speaking, now turns into the day before. It was the day before the situation of our conversation that we are just reporting. Remember about that. And a quick summary here. Remember the first bullet, the shift back in time. The second one, the pronouns. We have to adjust the pronouns to fit the new speaker and listener. And the third one, which is the shift of place and time. So as we said, here turns into there, and today turns into that day. Remember the 3 main bullets, and you're gonna be able to use reported speech much easier and much better and much more accurately than before. There is a profound quote by Greek philosopher Epictetus. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, which means we can listen twice as much as we speak. The reported speech is actually a test of how well we listen. But in order to accurately report someone's words, we have to try to understand them, to be in their shoes. In business and in life, those who can listen with detail and respect are those who lead. You are not just learning grammar here. You are learning how to become a person of integrity who carries truth from one conversation to the next.